Oh, yeah. I was so hyped when I recorded this. I forgot to say, call the post-game hotline right there at the top of the screen, 484-831-8655. Let it ring a couple times. Leave a message, and I will listen to all of your calls tomorrow on the live show. Ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia 76ers just beat the 5-1 Boston Celtics in Philly to solidify, to answer all of our question, is this team legit? Oh, you haven't played anybody yet. You haven't played anybody yet. All your wins are against below 500 teams. This team is legit. Let's talk about everything we just saw, man. Off the top. Instant reaction. Let's go. Hit the like button. Give me 1,000 likes. If you are as happy about what this team looks like right now as I am, hit the like button. Let's get 1,000. Subscribe to the channel if you watch these and you're not subscribed. That is fraudulent behavior. This is a no fraud zone. There's a couple of frauds that we're going to talk about. And Maxey season t-shirts, man. We put my man's face on the tee. Maxey season. RunItBackPhillyShop.com. Let's get into it, man. The Sixers win. And okay, we'll start with the end of the game, all right? We'll start with the end of the game. The Sixers were up by 15 points with 3 minutes left. And I made the mistake of saying, this game is over. And I should know, as a Sixers fan, to never say something like that until the game is actually over. The Boston Celtics went on a 10-0 run in 1 minute. 1 minute! Joel Embiid started kind of selling at the end of the game, kind of resorting to fadeaway jumpers. And, I mean, he got a possession with Drew Holiday on him, and he passed the ball across the court to DeAnthony Melton. And I'm like, Joe, take a power dribble and go put the ball in the hoop. Put this damn game away. But then he got a chance to redeem himself, and I think it was a 4-point game, and he hit a nice fadeaway over a double team with about a minute left. Something else stupid happened. The Celtics hit another chuck-up three. Somebody in the stream was on the money. The Celtics hit like 4 desperation threes in garbage time and brought it down to a 3-point game, and ended up Kristaps Porzingis in the final seconds of the game gets a clean look at a three and just shoots it short. I'm so damn glad he did not make that shot, because for you to put up this type of performance against the Boston Celtics and then collapse like that in the final 3 minutes, it's real. It's real. It's just a Sixers thing, okay? Because you have Nick Nurse now. The team looks insanely better in all types of areas. But they still collapse at the end of the game, and it's just a Sixers thing. It's a black cloud over the Philadelphia 76ers. That's what it is. But we won the game. And before that epic collapse, or that lucky run the Celtics got, or whatever it was, we were up by 15 on this team. We were smacking this team around. The Philadelphia 76ers are playing some of the best defense I have ever seen them play in my life. They are playing some of the best defense I have ever seen them play. Every single possession, everybody's bought in. Everybody's rotating, flying out to the perimeter, getting back, switching, getting in position, communicating. This is the result of a real coach coaching a team. This is the Nick Nurse effect. This is what they said about Nick Nurse in the G League before he came up to the NBA. This is what they said about him when he was an assistant in Toronto. He brought more team perimeter defense, more ball movement, and more three-point shooting to the Toronto Raptors. That's why he was promoted to head coach. This is the Nick Nurse effect. It also helps to actually have some wing depth on the team for the first time since Andre Iguodala. But this team is legit. The question is answered. Are the Sixers legit? Yeah, they're pretty fucking legit. Oh yeah, they're pretty fucking legit. How you feel over there, James, huh? How you feel over there? The Clippers are struggling with the Brooklyn Nets right now. Let me talk about Tyrese Maxey for a second. Outside of his offensive game, which was nothing short of what we expect, crunch time, fourth quarter, offense starts to look a little stagnant, right? Before Embiid comes back in the fourth, what are we going to do to maintain? What are we going to do to hold on to this lead? We were up by 12, went back down to 8. Maxey, bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket. In that first half of the fourth quarter, Tyrese Maxey was a fucking star. Tyrese Maxey, in the beginning of that fourth quarter, was a star. An absolute NBA star. Not Jaylen Brown, not Jason Tatum, not Joel Embiid, not Tobias. Tyrese Maxey was the star of the show when it mattered the most. He's here, ladies and gentlemen. Tyrese Maxey is here. The thing that he was still kind of lacking last year was the confidence in crunch time and growing into a leader. And he has it now. He knows who gets the call in crunch time. He knows who gets the call in crunch time. It's him. It's him. It's me. I'm here. I'm here now. It's my time. I mean, we're getting close to Maxey time and Dame time. I mean, it's the fourth quarter crunch time. It's Maxey time. Tyrese Maxey is a star right now. And you know what? Thank you, James Harden, again. I have no reason to believe that Tyrese Maxey cannot lead this team in the biggest games. I have no reason to not believe that Tyrese Maxey can lead this team in the biggest games. I couldn't be happier about it. His defense throughout this entire game was absolutely phenomenal. Tyrese Maxey's on-ball defense was absolutely phenomenal. Tyrese Maxey, who would have thought Tyrese Maxey would have Jaylen Brown in a federal prison in an NBA basketball game? Jaylen Brown just got a $300 million contract. Where's my sound bar at? Jaylen Brown just got a $300 million contract. Isn't he supposed to be a superstar? Isn't that a superstar contract? He was getting clamped left and right by Tyrese Maxey time and time again. Jaylen Brown has no bag. There was a play where Joel Embiid was guarding him and he passed the ball. He wanted no parts of it. And in the fourth quarter, who was carrying the Celtics in the fourth quarter? Derek White? Al Horford? Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum were standing on the perimeter passing the ball around. They were being total frauds in the fourth quarter. They didn't even want the basketball. They quit. If I was a Celtics fan, I would be absolutely irate with what I saw from Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown in the fourth quarter. They quit, and they wanted no parts of the spotlight. They didn't even want the basketball. No, here, Derek White, you take it. You take it back, Derek. You're the $300 million man. You don't want the ball? I told you. The Boston Celtics are frauds. The Boston Celtics are frauds. Let me say it again. The Boston Celtics are frauds. They are the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA every year. Oh, on paper this, on paper that, every year. Oh, look at our squad now. We did this, we did that. Frauds. I don't want to hear it anymore. And honestly, I don't give a damn if it's only 7 games into the season. The way this Sixers team is playing right now, defensively, effort-wise, team chemistry-wise, communication, rebounding, ball sharing, ball movement, I don't see anybody in the league right now outside of the Denver Nuggets as a clear-cut above the Sixers right now. And you, a month ago, I would have slapped you silly if you told me that was going to happen. A month ago, I would have slapped you silly if you would have told me that. This is how bad Doc Rivers actually was. But not just Doc Rivers. Your wings on that team were PJ Tucker and George Niang. The Sixers finally have NBA role players. And Nick Batum broke his finger in half. I hope that doesn't swell up for a month. It might. It looked pretty bad. But the Sixers have wing depth. And the Clippers added to, oh, you guys got Kelly Oubre? Oh, you guys have Kelly Oubre. You need some more wings. James Harden wants to leave. Nobody wants him or should give up anything for him at this point in his career. You know what? We'll take James Harden and we'll give you even more wing depth, you idiots. Robert Covington's out here stealing balls from behind. Steal here, steal there, deflection here, deflection there. Homecoming Rocco. Nick Batum, quick trigger threes. Thank you, Clippers. And you gave us first round picks. Are you Chris Broussard word? I didn't even look at my notes, man. Holy hell. Maxey clamping Brown. Derek White was killing us like he does. He hardly ever misses against us. It's just a Derek White thing. There was an end of third quarter run where we just started to demolish the Boston Celtics. We were bullying everybody. Joel Embiid had so many blocks at the end of that third quarter. And then he blocks Peyton Pritchard at the buzzer just for good measure. Patrick Beverly gets a floater down there. I mean, Kelly Oubre gets a putback dunk. I mean, and there's so many guys on this team just working their asses off. And I finally see a dog mentality in the Philadelphia 76ers. I finally see a dog mentality in this team. For how many years, this was the softest, most fraudulent team I had watched since 2000. You know, I grew up in the Iverson era. That team was a bunch of underdogs. They fought and clawed every night. And then for 20 years, I watched this team be frauds. This team finally has some heart, finally has some fight. Anyway, what else? Jaylen Brown's a fraud. We shot 20-some% from three and still dominated this game until that little late little run the Celtics had, which I'm sure Nick Nurse won't be happy about, by the way. He's going to, be pretty pissed off about it, unlike some other coach that would probably just say, yeah, these things happen, whatever. Last 3-minute collapse. And the Porzingis 3 to miss it. Thank God he didn't make it. But this team's finally showing heart. This team's finally showing a dog mentality. And I'll tell you what, I like the roster. If Daryl can use those first-round picks to add even another 3-and-D wing, the more the merrier. But Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, a bunch of role players, everybody being bought in defensively, offensively, team basketball. Tobias Harris just fitting in so perfectly. I never would have thought I would love Tobias Harris as much as I love him this season. The Sixers are legit. The Celtics are frauds. I'm out.